Hello everyone, I am BowserJrXD, and welcome back to Professor Layton in the Curious Village. In the last episode, we finished Chapter 4 after talking to Prosciutto, when we witnessed a strange old man running off with Ramon and heading off to the tower where a rumbling could be heard. We returned to the manor to tell everyone there about Ramon's disappearance, when all of a sudden, Ramon appeared unharmed and healthy for some reason. Inspector Chelmy told us to stay out of his business. And so we shall finally respect the good inspector's wishes and begin our search for the golden apple as Chapter 5, The Hunt begins. Anyway, do I have anything else in my, journal entry to start off with?
I had hoped Ramon would remember something of last night, but it's as I feared. He remembers nothing. How could someone go through something as jarring as a kidnapping and remember nothing of it? For now, I must put my curiosity aside and return to our search for the golden apple. Perhaps Matthew can tell us something.
Starting off with going to Matthew. Here we go. There's Matthew right there.
Back so soon, Professor.
Matthew, I was wondering if you knew anything that could point us in the direction of the golden apple. Anything you know would be a great help. For example, did the Baron say anything before he passed away?
I'm so sorry to disappoint you, Professor, but the Master never said anything of the sort to me. I'd very much like to help you in your search, but my duties here prevent me from leaving the grounds. If only Ingrid was around to provide some assistance.
I beg your pardon, sir. Ingrid?
It's been years since she left, but Ingrid used to work as a servant in the mansion. She was Flora's nurse, and she often helped me with my work.
Matthew!
Yes, my lady, I'll be right there. Please excuse me, sir, the lady calls. If you're curious about Ingrid, why not pay her a visit and talk to her yourself? Let's see it. At this time of day, I'd imagine she's out walking around by the village shop. Please do me a favor and tell her that I send my regards.
Certainly. I'll be sure to pass on your message. Thank you for all your help, Matthew.
Isn't Ingrid that sweet old lady we passed by before?
Indeed. We also saw her in that picture of young Flora. Come, Luke. Let's go and find the old girl.
Off we go then! The village shop is just outside the manor, right? We'll be there in no time!
Talking with Matthew revealed that the Reinholds formerly had another servant in their employ. Unless I'm mistaken, Matthew was referring to Ingrid, the nanny in that old photo we saw earlier. She is usually out by the village shop at this time of day, so finding her shouldn't prove too difficult.
Back around. There we go.
Oh, goodness me, if it isn't Mr. Layabout, was it?
The name's Layton, madam.
That's right, Mr. Layton. What can I do for you, sir?
Earlier we were talking with the butler at Reinhold Manor, and he mentioned you used to work there. We'd very much like to hear anything you might know about the Baron.
Heavens, you want to hear about the Baron? I'm afraid the only stories I have are from when I worked at the manor, and that was ages ago.
That would be ideal, madam. Would you mind telling us one?
All right, well, I suppose I could tell you a bit about the Baron and his former wife. The way Master Reinhold and his wife would carry on, they almost seemed to be like children. You'd never see a man so in love as Master Reinhold was. When she passed away, Flora was all the Baron had to remember her by. So he raised that little girl with all the love a child could want. The things he'd bring home for her, toys from all over the world and teddy bears as big as yourself. He was in high spirits in those days. He really wanted to give her all the affection in the world.
So where has Flora gone?
Your guess is as good as mine, sir. I have no clue where that girl went. She left the mansion well after I stopped working for the Reinholds. Some say Lady Dahlia put Flora on the street to keep their family riches to herself, but that's nonsense. After all, the Baron cared about Flora so much. I can't imagine that he'd allow something like that. You know, you just reminded me. The grave of the Baron's former wife is located in the manor garden. I wonder who takes care of it now.
The Baron's former wife is buried in the garden. Thank you, madam. You've been extremely helpful. Luke, let's head back to the manor. I have a feeling that the grave might hold the clue we've been looking for.
New entry. Flora's mother.
Ingrid told us the story of how Flora's mother passed from this world.
I wouldn't say exactly that, but
The Baron must have truly loved his former wife, for her grave lies within his garden, presumably so that, even in death, she could stay close to him.
And there's Matthew pacing around.
Oh, look, it's Matthew.
Good day, Professor. Were you able to track down Ingrid?
Yes, we did. In fact, we were just speaking with her. I mean no disrespect, but she said the grave of the Baron's former wife lies on these grounds. Do you have any knowledge of this?
Lady Viola's grave, sir. I was just about to visit it myself.
Would you mind if we came along to take a look?
Not in the slightest. Right this way. Here's the entrance, sirs. Please watch your step on the way in. This is Lady Viola's grave.
Gosh, this place is really nice. It's not creepy at all.
The late Baron, rest his soul, told me to keep this place in proper order, and I have tried to do so. Here sleeps Viola, my one true love.
This statue looks so much like Lady Dahlia. It's hard to believe it's someone else.
Back when Flora was just a tiny little thing, Lady Viola used to take her to the park. Some of the flowers in the garden grew from the ones Flora planted here for her mother. Oh, I forgot to tell you about the Baron's diary. It should still be on the desk in my lady's room. It's possible that it might contain some information that could aid your search for the golden apple.
My thanks, Matthew. I'll be sure to give it a once-over later. Now then, Luke, we'd best head back to Reinhold Manor.
Anyway, the beautiful grave.
Lady Viola's grave is a truly beautiful place, and the Baron's devotion and love for her is reflected in every detail of the place. Matthew mentioned that the Baron kept a diary detailing his thoughts. If we can find it, I imagine there is much we could learn from its pages.
Oh, boo. Now, this is the last time I believe you can return to Lady Dahlia's room.
This must be the diary that Matthew spoke of.
I have to admit, he seems to know where everything in the manor is.
There's something about reading someone else's diary that just doesn't seem proper to me. However, the investigation must continue, so...
The craftsmanship of it is simply remarkable. It reminds me of my sweet Viola when she was alive.
What do you suppose it refers to?
Flora doesn't like the thing at all. I've seen her run away from it on multiple occasions. Recently, she spends more time playing by dear Viola's grave than anywhere else. I'm sad to say I doubt Flora will ever take to it. I can't blame her, as I've changed its personality. I felt terrible forcing that change in Flora, but I just couldn't bear to see it like that anymore. Viola, there can never be another you. You were my first, my last, and my only.
Changed its personality. I'm not sure what the Baron means, but this is clearly vital information.
I collapsed some days ago and have been bedridden ever since. I feel as if I have failed Flora as a father. I can only hope that when I am gone, the people of the village look after Flora and care for her as I did.
He must have been terribly ill.
It seems I am not long for this world, and the time has come for me to say goodbye to my little Flora. I've left everything in Bruno's care now. Flora, I pray you find happiness in this life. I've disclosed the location of the secret place in a note that I've left with an old friend. It is my most fervent hope that the seeker of the golden apple finds it and grants my dearest wish.
Professor!
Baron Reinhold's old friend. We must seek out this person, Luke.
But Professor, how can we possibly find that person with nothing but this diary to go on?
Haha, it's like I always say, Luke. Any good investigation starts on the street. We'll just have to ask everyone in the village about the matter.
What? I mean, of course, you're absolutely right, Professor. Let's get to it.
Of course, any good investigation also needs direction. Let's start out by asking Ingrid a few questions. She seems to know a great deal about Baron Reinhold.
So much plot so far. The Baron's diary.
The pages of Baron Reinhold's diary were filled with passages reflecting upon his deep love for his child and late wife. We also discovered that the Baron left a note disclosing the location of the golden apple in the possession of a good friend of his. Perhaps Ingrid knows this friend of the Baron's.
Don't know why I went on. Well, let's go look. Got the gang there, but they got nothing for us, so we're gonna out. Ingrid!
Oh, look who it is. Professor Layton, was it?
The name's Layton, madam.
Oh, that's right, Professor Layton. All that talking about the mansion we did last time got me reminiscing, so I decided to stop by for a visit. But enough about me, but the look on your face, it seems that you have something you want to ask me.
As a matter of fact, I do. Do you happen to know who Baron Reinhold considered his close friends?
His friends, you say? Well, he wasn't exactly what you'd call a social butterfly. I'm sorry, that's all I can remember. Oh, wait a moment. I do believe I saw that Zapone fellow pay a visit to the mansion a few times.
Professor, could she be referring to that man we met?
Ah, yes, that gentleman with the fancy little mustache. We should ask if he knows anything. I would wager he's still hanging around that fork in the road just beyond the clock tower.
More journal entries.
Sadly, even Ingrid, despite her intimate ties with the Reinhold family, seemed to know nothing that would help our investigation. Ingrid recommended we pay Zapone a visit, and so we shall. Really, though, does that man ever have anything useful to say?
Yeah, we're not gonna be visiting Zapone until next episode, because I don't feel like having a super long episode, although these all my episodes are, these part 2s are always going over 40 minutes, so it'll be at part 2's expense, I guess. So we're gonna go look for some puzzles around the place, starting off with the town hall. Anyway, coin in the desk.
As you've come to the village hall, I strongly advise you to follow procedure and solve this puzzle.
Puzzle number 64, odd equations. 30 picarats. Oh my, it looks like someone has been writing a nonsense on the blackboard again. It turns out, though, under certain conditions, these strange equations are actually correct. 8 minus 6 equals 2. 8 plus 6 is 2. Assuming the above to be true, what does 7 plus 6 equal?
That should do it. Critical
Thinking is the key to success.
This puzzle using time as a framework. If you take 6 hours away from 8 a.m., the time is 2 a.m. Move ahead 6 hours and the time is 2 p.m. So if you add 6 hours to 7 a.m., you arrive at the answer 1 p.m. You can, of course, start at 8 p.m. and find the solution.
Thank you, that will do nicely. Now please vacate the premises.
Yeah, that's just that little thing right there. Going down to the drawbridge of all places. The road over here has a hint coin. Now let's head to the left. Paulie's got something for us.
Oh, this time I've really had it! I thought up this great puzzle, but I couldn't find anyone to tell it to.
Puzzle number 76, flower garden, 30 picarats. You decided to rent some space in a flower garden. After informing the center of the garden that you need, owner of the garden that you need enough space for 12 plants, he tells you that there are 4 suitable allotments available, A through D. The rent for each allotment is calculated by area, but on top of the rent for the 12 plant-sized spaces, there is a separate charge for the fence around the whole allotment. With this in mind, can you tell which allotment has the most expensive rent? So all these are 12, but we also need to count the edges. 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's a cost of 14. Let's see, 1, 2, B. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. B is 20. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, frick, I'm 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. I lost count again. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Actually, I know it's 25. I counted an extra one. But it's D.
That should do it. Every
Puzzle has an answer.
Wish I could get the more higher pitch for Layton's voice. Yeah, I counted all the fences. Oh, it is 26. Oh, come on! I was all ready to tell you the answer and everything. But no, you had to go and ruin it before answering before I said it was okay. Didn't you? Didn't you? Have you ever considered the strong possibility they might be a real pain in the neck? Anyway, that's the UK exclusive puzzle once again. 76 is the, a tile square is the equivalent for the US. You have at your disposal a large number of tiles like the one shown below. If you were to take these tiles and try to make a square, what is the fewest number of tiles you would need? I might be wrong. But that's my answer?
Luke, here's my answer.
Yeah, I am right. Because if you can stack
Every puzzle
the
has
tiles,
an answer.
because they have 1/2 of a width, and then if you have 20 tiles, each with a half a width, that becomes 10, and then you have a 10 by 10. Like, all right, Adria over here also has one for us.
Tee-hee, who are we looking for this time? Want to rest for a minute and solve this puzzle?
Bitch. Which job? 20 picarettes. 2 companies have put out help wanted ads. Aside from the information below, the 2 companies' offers are exactly the same. From a financial standpoint, which one should you work for? Company A pays you $100K a year and gives you $20,000 raise yearly. Company B pays you $50,000 every 6 months and will give you a $5,000 raise every 6 months. Alright, so by the end of the first year, you get $100,000 for A, and then end of the first year for B, that's $105,000. Then, and because of $50,000 plus $55,000. And end of year A, you have $220,000. End of year B, that's $230,000. So B will always match A at the end of the year.
There we go.
Wait, no, okay, yeah. Oh, I thought I screwed up my math.
Every puzzle has
The
an
margin
answer.
is larger. Yeah. Yeah, the salary for company A, B will always be $5,000 higher than the corresponding salary at company A. Yeah.
Oh, you did it. Okay, I guess I should give you some info as a reward. You know Lady Dahlia, right? She's planning to keep the fortune to herself once it's found. And you've been helping her all along. Don't you feel so silly? Tee-hee-hee.
Houseplant. Thank you very much for that. I'm going to give that to Layton because, frankly, I don't think a kid really cares about a houseplant. Of course, I could be wrong, but...
Well, I suppose it's sort of calming.
Ah, the delicate emerald hues of nature. Just lovely.
Starting to feel like home.
I see improvement here.
Anyway, I need to grab the hint coin in that wall. Now let's enter the restaurant. Grab the coin and... Thank you, Sprocket. That and this light bulb. Let's start with crouton.
Good day, fellows. Did you ever track down Ramon? Why, indeed we did. Thank you for your assistance in the matter.
Good to hear. Well, since you're here already, why not take a load off and rest for a bit? What's this? Oh my, where'd I put that measuring cup?
Is something the matter?
I have 16 liters of water that I want to divide in equal portions of 8 liters apiece. The problem is my measuring cup seems to have grown feet. Can you think of a way I could use these 7 and 9 liter pitchers to divide things up? Another one of these. Puzzle number 78. 60 picarats, which I think is the highest we have so far. You have one 16-liter pitcher full of water and one empty 9-liter pitcher, and one empty 7-liter pitcher. Using nothing but these 3 pitchers, can you divide the water evenly so that the 16 and 9-liter pitchers are each holding exactly 8 liters of water? I can certainly try my best. Just keep repeating this cycle over and over and over again, and eventually I'm going to get exactly what I need, which is 1. And I can fill that up, and then this last move will fill me up to 8. Watch,
There we go.
the low best solution would be like 15 instead of 16, but anyway,
Critical thinking
it's
is
the key to success. 15, I don't know what I'm doing wrong. Probably something to do with starting at the larger pitcher instead of the small pitcher.
Oh, genius. Now that you've done it for me, it all makes sense. I wish I had someone like you in the kitchen.
Oh, I meant to mention this earlier. I heard a rumor that the kidnapper lives in the tower. You know, I've never heard anyone say anything good about the tower. Make sure you keep clear of it, okay? A flower bouquet. So this one is going to go to Layton as well. Alright, anyway.
Nice flowers!
Exquisite. I feel invigorated just looking at them.
Crouton's got one more thing for us.
Am I glad to see you, Professor? I seem to have gotten myself into another pickle. I know you're busy and all, but I just can't find the answer to this puzzle. Could you give me a hand with it?
Puzzle number 79. Apples to oranges, 40 picarats. Some careless delivery man loaded 2 shipments of fruit into the wrong warehouses. As you can see in the picture below, the oranges are currently in the apple warehouse and vice versa. Can you correct the mistake and put all the fruit in its proper place? And oh, I hate these types of puzzles. They suck. And there was nothing you could do or say that would make me think, oh crap. That literally did nothing to help me. Just keep sliding stuff around.
Luke, here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Right. There's going to be a cut there, and that's because I got interrupted by my dad. And now I am recording this into the next day. As in, I'm recording this pretty much almost 24 hours later. Fresh fruit for all. Yeah, that wasn't too bad of a puzzle, thank goodness.
So that's how it's done. Thanks again, Professor.
You got a painting scrap, and apples to oranges has been added. Oh. Wait, no, puzzle's done. Now, Nick, or Flick in the American version, has 4 puzzles coming up.
Hey, you two, you guys like chess, right? How about it? Want to sit down for a game?
Puzzle number 80. Too many queens won, 20 picarats. In chess, the queen can move the full length of the board diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. See if you can place 4 queens on this 4x4 chessboard. There's a catch, though. You must arrange the pieces so that no queen blocks another's line of movement. Good luck. Well, just treat them all like 4 knights trying to attack each other, and that will work. And it will light up... the queens that are not targeted light up gold, and queens that are targeted will line up red.
Every puzzle
Who has an answer?
Nicely played. Chess queen puzzles problems like this one have been around for over a century. This is a relatively simple variation of this type of puzzle. Consider it an introduction to the genre.
Very nice. You two are no amateurs, I see. Don't worry, next time there'll be an even harder puzzle for you.
A stuffed chair. This is going to Layton.
What luck. It's just perfect for curling up with a good book.
Nice chair. It's a bit soft, though.
Yeah, well, that's why it's going to Layton. Talk to him again.
Back for another match, eh? I just knew that you two were a bunch of chess fanatics. Nevertheless, this next one won't be easy, even for a pair of chess fiends like you.
Puzzle number 81. Too many queens 2, 40 picarats. In chess, the queen can move the full length of the board diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. See if you can place 5 queens on this 5x5 chessboard. There's a catch, though. You must arrange the pieces so that no queen blocks another's line of movement. Right. Okay, that's not going to work. How about that? Okay. Yeah, it's like the same. The last one, except everything is spaced back a row and you have one in the center.
Thinking is the key to success.
Nice, very nice. This one was a bit tougher than the 4x4 version, wasn't it? There's more than one answer for this puzzle, so if you really want a challenge, search for alternate solutions.
Wow, looks like I'm going to have to think of a harder puzzle if I want to stump you. I can't wait for you to see my next puzzle.
A painting scrap. I'm not going to go over alternate solutions, because you only need one. No, I grabbed the wrong thing. I still grabbed the wrong thing. There. Jeez Louise. That was annoying.
I've been looking forward to another challenge, so you ready for a bit of chess?
Also number 82, too many queens 3, 60 picarats. In chess, the queen can move the full length of the board diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. Let's try something a little different this time. See if you can arrange 3 queens on this 5x5 chessboard so that no more pieces can be placed on the board. Make sure you place the pieces so that no queen blocks another's line of movement. So make sure that every single space needs to be targeted in some way. Let's see, if I do that, then every space in the first 3 rows is taken up, as well as this space, this space, this space, this space, this space, this space, and this space. So if I put it here, this should be the right one. Ah! I missed the spot. First puzzle. That's the first puzzle I've failed. How about this? Wait, no, that won't work either. How about that? No, I still don't have this space. How about this? That should work.
There we go.
Woohoo. My first fail. Save state function is what I have because I want to have maximum picarats at the end. Good job. Some people probably stumbled across the answer to this puzzle while they were working through the 5x5 chess problem.
Yep, that's the answer, alright, but just wait for the gem I'll have ready for you next time. It's going to be so hard it'll knock your socks off.
Hat rack. Layton's the only one who really has a very, particular hat, so.
I
never take my hat off.
That's just the thing I need.
Yeah, which is really this contradicts, I guess, anything you know about Professor Layton. So, okay, I keep getting Discord notifications. Anyway, we got one more puzzle.
Okay, you two, we've had some good times together, but this is the last puzzle I've got for you. But don't be sad, because I'm about to drop a beast of a puzzle on you. I guarantee you won't be able to guess your way out of this one. So are you ready?
Puzzle number 83, Too Many Queens 4, 80 Picarats, making this the hardest puzzle so far. When chess, the queen can move the full length of the board diagonally, vertically, and horizontally. You have 3 queens positioned on an 8x8 chessboard. Place the remaining 5 queens on the board so that no piece blocks another's line of movement. This is a tough one. I think these 3 are always set like that. I'm not sure. I want to just check that real quick. Yes, these queens are always placed like that. Anyway, let's try and solve out a solution. Alrighty. How about this row? I can't put one here, or here, or here, or here, or here, or here. Probably start placing stuff all over the place and see if whatever I have works. Nope. Wait. Almost. Yeah, no, wait, what am I? Almost works. Unfortunately, I have. See, now this doesn't work. Nothing same row, nothing same column. No, no, no. No, that doesn't work. Right, I can't place that. No, 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 no. This has to go here, actually, because this can only go here or here. And this can't, based on the, because this can only go here or here, and if it's here or here, it'll always be in the line of sight. Okay, let's see. No, no. No. Da-da. Da-da. Unless I'm missing something, I think this one works. Yes!
That should do it. Critical thinking is
The key to success.
You got it. Since 3 queens were already in place before you began, there's only one possible solution for this problem. What's that? You think it'd be more interesting if you had to place all 8 queens by yourself?
Check and mate. You've done it. I knew you two were chess masters under it all. I was sure from our very first match.
You got a painting scrap. And that's the last puzzle that Flick/Nick has for us. So... oh, there we go. Only 4 pieces of the painting left. There's a little more before this episode ends. Let's start off by going off to Park Road.
Huh, it's still locked shut. Just when will this place open?
I wouldn't get your hopes up. The gate's covered in dust. I don't think anyone's been here for a long time.
In that little crevice, there's a hint coin. Our last bit of the episode will be in the clock tower.
That cat and mouse.
That cat and mouse seem to get along pretty well, don't they?
Do you think so, Luke? I would have guessed the cat was tormenting that poor mouse. But if you say the 2 of them are friendly, I believe you.
Of course, if it has to do with animals, leave it to me.
By the way, Professor, have you heard this one before?
Puzzle number 65, letters and numbers. 50 picarettes.
According to the diagram shown here, A equals 2, B equals 3, C equals 3, and D equals 4. What does E equal?
Nothing to do with cats or mice, but it's fine.
Anyway, this puzzle's called What's E in the American version. So the answer is... Let me check that. Double check.
Luke, here's my answer. Critical
What thinking
thinking
is the key to success. Yes, the number sign of each letter refers to number of sections that are touching the labeled section. Pretty nice.
Gosh, I was sure I'd come up with a really good puzzle, but it was so too easy, I suppose.
Alrighty then. Now, here comes the hard parts.
Hee hee. Good afternoon, sir. What you doing? Hey, I'll tell you a secret if you solve this puzzle for me. It's a really tricky one.
Puzzle number 66. 5 borrowers, 60 picarettes. Each of these 5 people has borrowed money from one of the others, and each has lent money to one of the others. You know that none of them has lent money to more than one person, and none of them has borrowed money from someone that they have lent money to. You also know these facts. B borrowed money from A. E did not lend money to A. C lent money to D. Who did A borrow money from? Circling answer. Yeah, okay, it's a logic puzzle. Alright, so... Okay, A... Oh, so... Alright, so we know that A lent to... B borrowed from A, which means that A lent to B. So that C lent to D. So B, D, and E are the people who could lend money to A. Except B borrowed, so he can't lend, and E did not lend money to A, which means that D must be the one who lent money to A.
Luke, here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Yes.
Wow, you're smart. Okay, come closer so I can tell you my secret. I heard that all the people who get kidnapped feel a little sick right before they get taken. I bet the monster that lives up in the tower feeds its victim nasty food before it pounces. Ooh, I bet it's like haggis ice cream with gravy jelly. Ugh. Or maybe he just picks the weakest person to snatch. But why would he need all those people?
Yeah, cute. Now for the American version of this puzzle. Birthday girl. When asked about her birthday, by the way, this puzzle is worse than the last one. A young woman gives the following information. The day after tomorrow, I turned 22, but I was still 19 on New Year's Day last year. When's her birthday? Oh, and the problem is I can never remember, which it's like one of 3 days and I can't remember. The day after tomorrow, I turned 22. Crap. But I was still 19 on New Year's Day last year. Oh, this puzzle sucks. It's like, because it uses really stupid backwards logic. Oh, no, it doesn't. It's just... Okay, no, I'm wrong. No, it's not backwards logic. I'm thinking of a puzzle that has really stupid logic. But this is logical. But it's still a terrible puzzle. No. I think this is correct.
There we go.
Yeah, so this is one of the worst puzzles I've ever had to. So her birthday is January 2nd, and your conversation with her takes place on December 1st. So, on December 1st of the year, the woman was 19 on New Year's Day last year, because she turns 20 the next day. And then this year she turned 21, and in 2 days after the New Year starts, she'll turn 22, which is totally stupid logic. Anyway, there's another one.
Hey, mister, it's good to see you again. See, I'm totally stuck here, and I could really use your help. My friend told me this puzzle the other day and I just can't solve the thing. Can you help me?
Puzzle number 67. How many sweets? 40 picarettes. The three boys are talking about how many sweets they have. B has the most. B, if C gave me 1 sweet, I'd have twice as many as A does. C, it'd be better if B gave me 2 sweets, then we'd all have the same amount. How many sweets are there in total? Alright. If C gives me... Oh. I'm trying to remember... I'm trying to remember the answer right off the top of my head. No. Wait. It has to be divisible by... It has to be divisible by 3. There we go. They have 9 sweets in total.
Luke, here's my answer. Critical thinking is the key to success.
Indeed. Yes. I already figured out.
Oh, is that all you had to do to work it out? Why didn't I think of that? Can you give a secret? Don't tell Adrian you told me the answer, okay? Thanks, mister.
Alright, now for probably the worst puzzle in the American version, the chocolate code. On Valentine's Day, your gadget-loving, technophile girlfriend gave you a most unusual slab of chocolate. While the jumble of letters looked like nonsense, if you manage to decode the letters written on the chocolate, a message from your sweetheart will appear. What's she trying to tell you? So you are somehow supposed to figure out that each of the letters corresponds to the American keyboard, and that the bite marks represent which direction you need to go to find the key that corresponds to that letter. For example, on the American keyboard, the key right above the G is T, then E has no bites, so you leave it on its own. C, to the left of C, you find the X. To the left of Y, we have T again. There's an empty space, which means that's just there's nothing. Then you have N, and to the right of N is M, and to the right of W is E. So the answer is text me. But who the heck is going to figure this out in 2007? I mean, like, this came out in 2007, 2008. But it's still a stupid puzzle. I mean, I barely pay attention to the keyboard. Who's gonna think of it just because it says it's a technophile, gadget-loving technophile girlfriend? But it's still stupid.
There we go.
I mean, you could use PictoChat. Who used I never use PictoChat.
Puzzle solved.
Now the problem, if you try and do this elsewhere, is that so you can call the US keyboard, I guess, the QWERTY keyboard, because the top row is QWERTY, and then the rest of it. But the UK uses, just for example, can use what's called the Quartz layout, which has QWERTZ. No, sorry, Germany is QUERTZ. And then France has the Azerty, AZERTY. Yeah, which obviously would not fly for the UK version. So it's a puzzle that is basically impossible outside of America. Really great planning there, guys. Anyway, now that I'm done ranting, we finally reached the fork in the road, and our objective is right ahead of us. Then a lot of puzzles. I think, obviously, we all need a rest from that. So, next time on Professor Layton, the Curious Village, we talk to Zapon. Oh, and before I end the episode, that reminds me, I need to get the hint coin here, which is in here. And I guess I'll grab the coin on the fork of the road. There we go. Anyway, see you guys then.